What's up, mansion builders? I want to talk to you about why I'm selling all my single family rentals. We are X-naying all of them, moving all of those funds into new asset classes, and I want to talk to you about why. I spent the first 10 years of my real estate career building a portfolio of cash flow, hitting financial freedom from purchasing rental properties, single families. I did a whole bunch of flips and scaled that business. And then I grew. I got into a new space, right? The assisted living mansions, and we're growing and scaling that company. So honestly, at this point, as we are growing our assisted living business, the rentals are a distraction. They are taking so much time and energy. There's a lot of drama going on with all that kind of stuff. There's always good tenants, there's bad tenants, there's evictions, there's repairs, there's all sorts of things that are going on. But that is so much more time on my passive investments than it actually is on my active company, right? I am spending 2 to 4 hours a week working at Platinum Resort in our assisted living mansion. I make $40K per month of net profit very, very consistently from each of the buildings. How many rentals do you need to do a deal like that, right? It's like 50, 100 rentals. I mean, that was the case for me, right? I have some rentals that would make cash flow of $1,000 a month, some of them 500, probably most of them average around $300. I have properties that still break even. They don't make any money, right? When we had to refinance, interest rates went up, property taxes doubled, and it's like, well, crap, my cash flow is gone now, right? I'm losing $50 a month on this property over here. And I have properties that are good and properties that are difficult, but nonetheless, the difficult ones take so much time. And if you compare to the amount of time it takes to do a assisted living deal, the amount of energy that goes in after you've scaled and systematized that, it's so much easier, right? I wish someone would have said, hey, here's the plan, right? Skip the little small deals over there doing the single family rentals, right? Let me show you how to do this one big deal over here with the assisted living mansions. Because it's time, right? Time is the most valuable thing that we have. I only get so much time with my family. I only get so many weekends with my kids before they're old. And I want to accelerate this race. I want to get to the end, the financial freedom goal, as quickly as possible. And if you said, hey, I'm going to do the game of single family rentals, right? To get to 50 or 100 doors, what does that take? 5 years if you're super fast, maybe 10 years. I mean, maybe never, right? There's some markets where you can do this and scale it quickly. And there's some markets that are like, this just doesn't work, right? It's just not profitable. None of these houses here cash flow. But if you look at the other side, the assisted living mansion kind of deal, it's roughly about 2 years. 2 years to financial freedom, 2 years to time freedom. It's roughly 18 months on the real estate side, right? Finding the land, talking to the city, getting permits, building your mansion, getting your license, that's about 18 months. Then you have your operations company. It took us about 6 months to build our team, implement the systems, and really one step at a time pull ourselves out of the business. Where about 6 months in, we were working probably 1 day a week, working really on the business, not in the business. By year 2, we were working probably less than that. Now we're almost 5 years in, and really 2 to 4 hours a week, and it's super stable and consistent because of the deal, right? The deal allows you to do this. I'm not talking about a dinky little REL 6-bed, right? We bring in $120,000 of income per month from our grandmas and grandpas, right? We scale luxury 16-bed assisted livings. They're commercial zoned. They offer all the care and amenities of the big smelly facilities, and they're high end. They're expensive. They're upscale. With that model, with those numbers, I can afford multiple managers, which means I'm not there. When the problems do happen, I don't have to handle it. There's somebody there every day to handle it. And at the end of the month, it still nets about 40K of profit. Super consistent, right? The baby boomer generation is here. The single family wave, that's over, right? It is hard to find deals. You can't get any type of great financing. Interest rates are super high. Taxes are super high. That wave had passed. That was 5 or 10 years ago, right? The baby boomer generation's here for the next 20 years. This is where the opportunity is at, because all the families, all the power of attorneys for these grandmas and grandpas, they're like, I can't put mom in that big smelly facility. It is disgusting. The care is horrible. Can somebody give me a better option, right? The dinky REL, that's slightly better in some ways, but honestly, you're just not getting the care. They're not getting the memory care. They're not getting the nursing needs that they have, right? Like, we can offer all of that kind of stuff in this type of model. The deal is the right size. It makes the right income, and you can do this anywhere in the country. So if you're doing flips, if you're doing the single family game, if you're in the small rental spaces, right? Even the small multifamily space, let me encourage you to think outside the box. Check out a bigger deal. Now, I want to say that it's okay to grow past what you were doing before. You can be successful in it. I was really successful at single family game, right? At flipping houses, at buying rental properties. I was really successful, did it for a long time. I honestly thought that I was gonna scale that forever, that I would get to thousands of rental properties. And then I didn't realize that my skills, as I keep growing, my skills would compound, that my time and ability would be worth more than it used to be. And when I would jump over excited to do a $30,000 flip profit deal, now I look at that, I'm like, I wouldn't touch that, right? Like, my time is worth so much more. And I want to encourage you to think outside the box, to learn a bigger game so you can start saying, hey, you know what? I'm not touching a deal for anything less than $1 million, right? That's my new line in the sand. I need to have a 7-figure profit kind of deal. Because you know what? It's the same amount of time, it's the same amount of energy to do a small deal or a massive deal. It takes the same amount. It's just how many zeros are behind the deal. So if you know people in the single family game looking for the next opportunity to do a bigger deal, please share this with them. I don't run any ads, I don't sell anything on the show. My only goal is documenting my journey so that people can shortcut their success by learning from my failures. So thanks so much. I'll see you on the next one.